It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. Memphis has not been playing their best basketball. The wheels have started to come off for them recently. Clearly a mid-season swoon taking place. We'll see if they can start to shake out of it tonight. And you look around the league, many teams in the South can struggle with attendance. That has not been the case in Memphis, though, fellas.
You know, the basketball capital of the South. Memphis is a hoop city.
And
guess what? The barbecue on Beale Street is delicious.
Wow, the barbecue capital of the South.
What kind of barbecue do you get when you go? Is it chicken? Is it ribs? Is it Brunswick stew?
I get chickens. I get ribs.
Chickens.
I get
Not just one.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
not just
multiple
one.
chickens.
I get chickens. I get beef, and I get the brontosaurus.
Okay.
The brontosaurus.
Just think about that big, Ernie.
Oh, wow.
Think about that big, Ernie. You can't eat it. You can't eat it by yourself.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had the
Is
brontosaurus.
that what Wilma gets too? And Barney and Betty? Good.
Well, Memphis, the capital of the South in basketball.
Basketball capital of the South.
You know,
I don't know if the folks in Atlanta are going to be wild about Memphis getting that.
But the Grizzlies, they fit just fine. We like them.
Yeah. Oh, that does it for us.
Yes.
Kevin Harlan with a call. We'll see you a bit later.
Wilma!
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. Back in Memphis, the Grizzlies tip off a beginning of a homestand. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
It's always fun at home, Kev. I mean, home sweet home is what I like to call it. But you know what? They've got a tough visitor in the house tonight. And just because they are at home doesn't mean a win is going to be automatic. They've got their work cut out for them against this opponent.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off. But first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Memphis head coach David Fizdale spent a long time as an assistant in Miami. He coached the big 3 of LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. He said they were incredible leaders and basketball geniuses, so I was very lucky to be a part of that. A lot of my success I owe to that team we had in Miami. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Coach Fizz is certainly an exciting young coach on the rise. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, you know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
And now Washington's starting group. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1. Parsons attacking. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to Gortat. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
But look, you got to respect the size of Gortat inside. Once he's got prime position in the paint, you got to whack him.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Two shots.
free throw good from Marcin Gortat. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
And Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
You know, for a while now, the Wizards have felt that they are just one key piece away from being a major player in the East. And they've yet to find that player in free agency, but to their credit, they've tried a number of times.
And here's Wall. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Passes it to Beal. Gasol against Gortat. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, that's just the long arms of Gortat easily stretching out to gobble up rebounds.
And with the Wizards and free agency, they missed out on Durant and Horford, to name a few.
And really, the last major signing they had was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. Unfortunately, the Wizards have had some bloated contracts on their books. Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Beal dishes to Gortat, and the rejection by Evans. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Second chance shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And Jermichael Green, and drafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his 3rd season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
Free throw good, Green.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
So he gets them both. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through. And that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Parsons running. Offensive rebound. And Green gets it to go.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort plays.
Wall against Conley. The pass to Gortat. Nice ball movement by Washington. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Gasol, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Gasol's got his first bucket of the night.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Now here's Wall. 26 points for him last game against New York.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And he knocks down the first one. And Chris, as the season gets going, a lot of players start having lengthy road trips. Just how hard is it to play on the tail end of, say, a 5, 6, or a 7-game trip?
It's terrible. You miss the comforts of home, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, your habits, being on the road, or you just miss all the good things about home, your family and things like that. But you have to love these trips. One, if you're a player, because they set up time for chemistry. It's the most time you get to spend with your teammates. You really get to bond and get to know who each other are. Secondly, it takes a toll on that team. It wears you down. It sets you up for failure when you come home. And what's great about that is every team has to go through it.
Right.
So this is the NBA. It has to be the hardest league, the hardest schedule. And so it's tough, but, you know, that's what we do as players in this league. And so I love it because everyone does it. And I've always said it, sports are so fair because it's unfair to us all. And that's an unfair part of the game, but you got to get through it. You got to battle it, and you got to get through it.
Porter, no luck.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Right side, Conley shoots from the baseline, and that's good for 2. Conley's got 5.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's the screen. Evans against Wall. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
Now here's Porter following the shot by Evans. And that one's good by Porter.
Porter takes no time in getting his shot off. When the D is laying off of him, he has no problem pulling right up off the pass.
Now here's Evans. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
Porter. That one no good. Parsons with some nice D. Here's Conley. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. 7 points for Conley. Wizards trail by 5. Morris with a screen on Conley. It's Wall with the drive. Gortat wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. Parsons outside. He tries for 3. No good. And Washington the other way now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Here's Beal. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, I like watching Bill go to town inside. He has a great understanding for how to score close to the bucket.
Here's Evans. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Tyreek Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Look at the muscle from Wall, willing to draw some contact.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Conley, the pass to Green. From deep, Gasol. Rebound, Washington.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of a facilitator.
And leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making a play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort right there.
Now here's Wall. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Porter against Parsons. And Gasol sends it back. And Parsons kicks to Evans. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back. He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Marc Gasol. And Wall kicks to Morris. Evans gets the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Conley against Wall. A wide open look for Gasol. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Gasol's got 6.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Last time they met was in Washington.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
How about the word lethargic? You can see it in their body language from the opening tip. They just didn't have it.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Now, here's Meeks, guarded by McLemore. Chalmers against Lawson. Meeks dishes to Scott. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. No good off the back of the rim.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
That's good from McLemore on the assist by Davis. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Oh, the nice in-between game of McLemore. The ability to score from the mid-range is very important in this day and age.
Lawson kicks to Scott. Mahimi passes to Scott. Over Martin. Scott, good. Chalmers with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Selden. Martin against Scott. Left side, Martin. Now here's McLemore. T right on him, and he banks in the layup. McLemore's got his second basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lawson dishes to Meeks. It's stolen by McLemore. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Got a piece of it. Here's Davis. Now, here is Lawson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And finished off by Scott.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Chalmers. The dish to McLemore. Kicks it to Martin. He feeds it to McLemore. Davis sets a screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Chris, it's a players league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human, so I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now can go and get help, and the game is faster. And also, you know, we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs. And so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials, and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the 3-pointer by Washington. Pass it to Selden. Memphis moving that ball around. The feed to Chalmers. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Another shot. And it's Davis missing.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Oubre can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 6. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul. Here's Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Mahimi with the block. 1:39 left to play in the first. The shot's good from Lawson.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Chalmers kicks to Martin. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Meeks. This is to Chalmers. Right wing, just 5 on the clock. Davis down low, guarded by Mahimi. McLemore, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation to coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Oubre kicks to Meeks. From deep. No good from Lawson. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's McLemore. Scott pulls it in.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
Meeks, that's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Feeds it to Chalmers. In the corner, it's McLemore. Shoots over Meeks. That one wide left. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still, to this day, thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Lawson out there with Jody Meeks. Then there's Ian Mahimi. Then there's Oubre. And it's Scott in at the power forward. Now here's Meeks for 3. Lawson. And another miss by Washington. Now here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. Cutting the screen. And McLemore kicks to Chalmers. Cutting the screen. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Washington trailing. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
Here's Zeldin. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Yeah, didn't it seem like it just a pretty thoughtless play on his part? All style, no substance.
And finished off by Scott.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And there was a time when you weren't sure if Ty Lawson was still going to have a place in the NBA. After he was cut from the Rockets and played minimal action with the Pacers, his future really was unclear. He rehabbed his game in Sacramento and is a nice point guard option once again.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Wall against Conley. Here's Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Marcin Gortat. And Lawson was a player who was on the verge of falling out of the league, Chris. Strange to see his decline happen so fast since he left Denver.
Well, that's just how it is sometimes in the NBA. I mean, these are the best basketball players in the world. It'll be hard for Lawson to regain his efficient scoring numbers that he had early in his career, but he can still provide a spark and burst for a team with this play.
The first one falls.
And I'll tell you, Gasol's one of the few second-round picks to command a max contract in his career.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
Now here's Porter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And that one's good by Gortat.
Oh, look, I just like how Gortat is using his size inside. He has a wonderful touch on these interior shots.
Here is Conley. Green, the screen. Parsons outside. He dishes it to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. Second chance shot. And Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Wall passes to Gortat. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Wall's got it all tied up now for Washington. For Memphis, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Here's Wall following the score by Memphis. Porter dishes to Gortat. Rejected by Gasol. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break over Porter. And the shot falls short this time. Washington's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Conley with it. He's picked up by Wall. Gasol a screen. And here's Evans outside. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Morris with the screen for Wall. He kicks it to Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
That's just great awareness from the savvy point guard. Wall is excellent at sharing the wealth.
And so here's Memphis. And here is Conley. 7 points in the game. And again, Memphis no good.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
And Wall kicks to Porter. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. Parsons on the wing. All sorts of time. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. Washington shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. And Gortat kicks to Wall. Passes it to Morris. There's a screen by Gortat. Hangs, and there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
Look, that wide frame of Gortat hits defenders hard. He's superb at clearing out space for his teammates.
Here's Evans. Gasol. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Wall. 9 points in the game so far. And the pass to Morris. There's the dish to Gortat. Evans with the steal. One-on-one here. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Free throw good. Tyreke Evans. Well, you look around the NBA and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature. And then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by, with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post. You just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor. And I just think his unique body style and skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. And LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much.
One shot.
Marching Gortat, no good on the free throw.
A lot of players who are the age of Gortat would have started to slow down a bit. He's bucking that trend and continues to produce well. A very steady presence for his team in the paint.
And it's Green, missing. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Wow. The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
On the wing, Evans. Here's Gasol. And another miss by Memphis.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Wall passes to Morris. Back to Wall. There's the pick. Pass to Morris. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Evans. Conley against Wall. Conley kicks to Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists tonight.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Now here's Wall. He's got 11. Beal from long range hits it from three-point range. Beal's got 5 now.
Wonderful timing from the 2-guard. Beal has one of the quickest triggers in the game, especially off the pass.
Evans a screen on Wall. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. He feeds it to Gasol. Back to Conley. From deep three-point range, Porter pulls it in.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
Nobody near Parsons. Drops in the tray. Parsons got his second bucket of the game to go. Washington calls timeout. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Memphis.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Wizards trail by 4. Lawson with it. Mahinmi a screen. Right side Scott. Kicks to Mahinmi. It's stolen by Davis. Now here's Chalmers. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
There's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Martin. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
In the corner, it's Oubre. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 4. Selden kicks to Chalmers. To the wing on the left. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Meeks. The offensive rebound. And Davis puts it in.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and then running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Washington with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. It's tipped. Here's Chalmers, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And now it's an 8-point Grizzly lead. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lawson kicks to Scott. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 3 assists in the game.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
Now here's Chalmers. Here's Martin. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahinmi's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lawson against Chalmers. And the basket is good. Now it's just a 3-point Memphis lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Davis with a screen on Lawson. And here is Chalmers. Davis sets a screen. Now here's McLemore out. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Unbelievable poise. The shot clock nearing zero. Hits a monster three to extend the lead into the half.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Ty, what do you have to do to hit them first in the second half?
We got to slow down their second chance points and a fast break. You know, I think we're stopping on the first shot, but then we let them get the rebound and play right back in. So I know Coach will say something about that in the locker room.
I'm sure you'll be listening. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 3 steals, and 5 rebounds. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
Wizards trail by 6. Evans the 2 with Parsons at the 3. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Beal. It's good. Beal's got the first basket of the second half here for the Wizards.
Oh, Beal is graceful on the drive. Clever at finding ways around the defense.
A lot of history here with the Wizards and Washington. A lot of great players have worn the jersey, yourself included, Chris. Do you have a favorite Wizard or Bullet player you like to watch?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did. Juwan Howard. I love watching him go to work in that great All-Star season that he had. Wes Unseld, he's had a huge influence on so many bigs. Elvin Hayes, I mean, his name is all over the franchise record book. So many players. John Wall now.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's his third foul of the game. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Now the feed to Conley. Parsons for 3. Up again. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got 19 points.
Nice. He snuck a hand in there. That's the great anticipation he brings on the offensive glass.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Trying his luck deep. And the miss by Parsons.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Here's Morris, and he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, that's just a great start to the half for them. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
Evans kicks to Gasol. Shoots over Gortat. It's Gasol missing.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there.
Wall dishes to Porter. Back to Wall. 6 to shoot. Outside Beal. Over Evans. Bank shot. No good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Conley gets the bucket.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
Now here's Wall. 13 points in the game. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Evans kicks to Gasol. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way.
Oh, look, I love the confidence of Beal, but when you work that hard in the offseason, you have a jump shot that wet, I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment. You watch Bradley Beal play, and it seems like he's been in the league for a long time. And then you see his age, and you're surprised on how young he still is. Younger than most of the top shooting guards in the league.
And that one falls for Beal.
Now, when Beal is healthy, he's a force on the court. He's a fantastic shooter with a lightning-quick release.
And he can't hit the second. Memphis leading. Conley with it. He's picked up by Wall. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Dishes it to Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. It's good. Green's got 8. And with Beal being so young still, you know, we saw the jump in his production last year, Chris, but he still is on the verge of entering his prime.
Yeah, you think about this. Guards usually hit their prime between 26 and 29 or so. Beal still has some time before he gets to the top of his game. You wonder just what he'll be capable of when that time comes.
And there it is for him.
Oh, you got to admire the sharp shooting ability of Beal, especially from the mid-range when he is lights out.
Conley kicks to Green. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Green passes to Evans. Here's the teardrop. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And looking now at some numbers for Gortat. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Putting up about 10 points a night, 16 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Beal can't get it to go.
He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Evans dishes to Conley. Feeds to Gasol. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's now 21 points for Marc Gasol.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Beal. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And we all know that Bradley Beal was one of the early benefactors of the new contracts handed out in the NBA. Chris, as you know, got a 5-year deal worth almost $130 million. Some questioned it, but he has stepped up since signing long-term here.
Yeah, and with Beal, you knew he had the talent. It was just a matter of staying on the floor to earn that contract. I mean, since signing, he's had career best in several different categories. This team showed faith in Beal, and he's rewarded it.
And that one falls for Beal. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that have the record from going from worst to that best improvement, and I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me, because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step one is the figuring out that shot. Step two is how many repetitions. Step three is, can you get that in game time atmosphere? And you really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it, because you have to build up so much trust. Because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that, but that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done, was get better at shooting free throws, because the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
Here's Evans following the basket by Markieff Morris. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Evans missing.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Evans. Back to Conley. He dishes it to Green. Here's Gasol. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gasol's got the game tied up here for Memphis. The Wizards have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Morris with a screen on Conley. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Beal gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beal's got 12 points here in the second half.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Washington fast break. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 5-point Washington lead.
Oh, Bill is a skilled distributor. I mean, he has a sense for when one of his teammates has a clean look at the bucket.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They used to say Markieff Morris was once a locker room distraction, but he's found a home here. He seems more at peace with the situation. He's putting up solid numbers at the forward spot.
So both teams changing it up here. And a look here at the shot chart for Beal.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Here's Chalmers. We talked to Markieff Morris about those times in Phoenix. He and Coach Hornacek still talk as they went their separate ways. Seems it was just a bad situation for everyone.
Well, yeah, when you're on a sinking ship, everyone will lash out. We're glad Morris has put that behind him and able just to concentrate on playing basketball.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here is Chalmers after the basket by Washington. Shot to stop the run. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Davis. Washington has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Lawson drives in. Scott. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Davis sets a screen. McLemore inside the line. He can't get that one. And Washington the other way now. Now Lawson. Oubre with it. He kicks it to Scott. Martin with the block. There's McLemore with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. McLemore's got 11.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
And there's the pass to Oubre. Mahimi dishes to Scott. Outside for Lawson. Stolen by Martin. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. He goes up again, and it's good on the layup. 13 points for Ben McLemore.
And really, whenever McLemore gets loose in transition, he's a problem for the defense. He can score in so many ways.
Lawson kicks to Mahimi, and Mahimi with the stuff.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now, here's Chalmers. Here's Selden. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
It's Scott on the wing. Inside, Mahimi passes to Oubre. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre, the first rounder out of Kansas. I mean, he's a player that still has some development to do. Looks great in open court. Needs to be more consistent.
And for Kelly Oubre, the shot is coming along. Has been taking more threes, Chris, but it's just a matter of time probably being able to do it for long stretches in a game.
Yeah, different players take different amounts of time to figure that out. He needs the confidence to take his man off the dribble. Slowly, he's starting to trust himself more.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
Well, one thing the Wizards have done a good job of is making use of the corner three. It's the most efficient shot in the game. Wizards make sure they have that as an option on a lot of their sets.
And if you look at the personnel of the Wizards, it makes sense that they get so much use out of the corner three.
Well, not just because they have good shooting team from distance, but they have John Wall that breaks down the defense, attracts other defenders, which leaves wide open players for jump shots.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
So he gets them both. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
Now, here's Meeks. He's got 7, and Davis sends it back. Here's Chalmers. A second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Wizards 5th.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
And that one falls for Davis. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Now here's Lawson. The dish to Meeks over McLemore. And again, Washington no good. Memphis trailing here. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Here's Martin. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 5 assists in the game. Washington's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Lawson's against Chalmers. Shoots from 14. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to McLemore. It's Martin on the wing, defended by Scott. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McLemore. That one good for 2. McLemore's got 15.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Here's Meeks. Got a piece of it. There's 48 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Chalmers dishes to McLemore. Pass to Selden. Martin the screen. Up off the screen. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
It's stolen by McLemore. Shoots over Meeks. Again, Memphis.
Oh, wow. That's just a solid decision from McLemore. Just knows how to put the defense on their heels and take advantage of them with the pull-up Jimmy.
Here's Lawson. It could go. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Oubre out there with Scott. Then it's Lawson. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Wizards trail by 7. And here's Lawson. On the wing, Scott. No good on the 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Over in the corner, Meeks. And it's off from three-point range. Memphis leading by 7. Over in the corner, Chalmers. To the paint, here's Selden. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Washington calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Now here's Beal. And Wall kicks to Morris. The Wizards with another miss. Parsons on the wing. From about 16, Porter pulls it in.
Now, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 12 points for Markieff Morris.
Morris is such a gifted scorer in the paint. He utilizes both his height and weight to get deep inside.
Green, the pass to Gasol. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wall dishes to Morris. Outside for Beal. A three-pointer is right on target. Beal's got 15 points in just the second half.
Oh, and that's his second three-pointer this half. I mean, he's really cooking now.
Gasol kicks to Conley. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. Porter passes to Morris. There's Beal with the 3. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 7 rebounds in the game. Conley left side. Again, Conley missing. Wizards trail by 4. Porter in the corner. Here's Wall. No good off the front iron. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And Parsons gets it to go.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now here's Wall. He feeds it to Gortat. Outside, Beal. And Gortat kicks to Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Parsons. Right side, Green over Morris. Here's Gasol. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. The kick out to Porter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league. And Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
And the first one drops.
Well, it took some time to develop, but Otto Porter is starting to put everything together. He was considered a bit of a project when he came into the NBA, drafted 3rd overall, but all the promises now being fulfilled as he is a great do-it-all forward.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Evans is checked in. He doesn't get the second one. And you forget at times that Otto Porter was taken 3rd overall, Chris, as you mentioned. He's shown great development. He's had a big jump in play year after year.
Yeah, but so often guys who are considered projects that are picked early, they never develop. Porter was a risk, but made sure he lived up to his draft spot.
After failing to be aggressive and look for a shot in the first half, you don't have to let him know this time. You don't have to remind him now. He is really taking his game over in the second.
Now here is Conley. Gasol dishes to Evans. Conley against Beal. Here's Gasol. Shoots over Gortat. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good.
And I'm sure he's lamenting over the one that got away. But that does make it a 2-possession game.
And Wall kicks to Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off. Great game for him, double-double now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
But when being that Gortat is almost 7 feet tall, he's a threat to dunk. Like seeing him get off the ground before the D can react.
Now here's Conley. Outside Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get back on track here. Nice shot by Evans. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And Evans excels at using his muscle and speed going to the rim. Knows how to score despite getting hit.
Now here's Wall. Back to Morris. Off the pick. And Morris throws it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
When Wall gets going, he's an unstoppable force. He's an offensive beast who can score in many ways.
Grizzlies shooting about 42% so far. Conley kicks to Gasol. Washington with the rebound. Here's Washington. They're on a 14-5 run here. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Kicks it to Conley. Over Wall. The Grizzlies with another miss. Washington's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Oh, the lightning quick reflexes of Porter, they're just outstanding. Crafty at coming up with steals.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Conley. Beal against Evans. And he converts the layup. Evans has got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
There's the pick. There's a screen by Gortat. And Porter, here we go. And he gets it to go.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that work.
Now here's Green. Gortat with the rebound. Here's Washington now. They're on a 19-7 run. Porter against Gasol. And Wall kicks to Beal. The feed now to Morris. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Evans. And the shot goes down.
And I really enjoy watching Evans use that athleticism, especially when he's attacking. He's tough to stop.
Now here's Wall. Out to Morris. Wizards passing it around. Beal can't get it to go. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And for Memphis, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Gortat with the steal.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
It's so tough to slow down Wall. Once he has a head of steam behind him, you got to foul or either hope he misses. I mean, if you're talking about the elite passers in the game, John Wall has to be on that list. He's averaged a double-double with assists for several years running. He has vision and knows how to find teammates after defenses collapse on him.
First free throw is good. And with Wall and his passing last season, Chris, he became the all-time franchise leader in assists for the Wizards.
And I believe that it was Wes Unsell's record that he broke. I mean, that's great company to be in. Those two had different ways to get their assists, but both great passers. You get the feeling Wall can still get better.
So he gets them both.
There's a few things that make Wall important to his team, but I think the #1 factor is his leadership. His guys look to him to set the tone on both ends, and he doesn't disappoint.
And Parsons gets it to go. The Wizards have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Wall against Conley. And Wall kicks to Morris. Outside Beal. Yes, that goes in. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And look, when Beal is on a roll, keep getting him the rock. He's an outstanding scorer who can fill it up easily.
Gasol against Gortat. It's Gasol missing.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself out there.
And the shot goes in. Now it's a 4-point Washington lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. No good from outside.
Now he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Oh, Beal in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's Memphis on the break. And Parsons kicks to Conley. Back to Parsons. It's Evans on the wing. Outside Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Gortat with the defensive effort.
Well, after a terrific last quarter, he has looked utterly lost and down on himself. He can't get anything to go there. He can't get right.
Now here's Wall. And Wall slams it home.
Gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Evans. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Beal from long range. The long distance 3 is buried. Beal's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Wizards. The Grizzlies trail by 9. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Evans against Beal. Can they get it? Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got 8 points in the quarter. 1:29 left in the fourth. Beal the pass to Gortat. Here's Porter out to Morris. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. Gortat with the steal. Conley against Wall. Stolen by Michael Conley.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, we know some crazy stuff happens out there, but everything would have to go their way for them to finish this off.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Michael Conley.
Everyone in the building thought that that one was going to go in, including me. That's just shocking he blew it.
Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 8. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Parsons with a screen on Wall. Green, the screen. Back to Evans. Puts up a 3. Memphis the rebound.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're behind by 8. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, they can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
It's effort, it's ability. He also has incredible instincts.
And so Washington takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With John Wall, John, do you think this team has reached its potential, or is there still room to grow?
We can go to a high level. You know, we still can get better defensively. Offensively, our efficiency is not there yet. You know, we still getting used to playing with others. We got a lot of room for improvement.
That's good news for Wizards fans, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.